What's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Daniel Model 3 is the first one here. Good to see you, Daniel. What's going on? How you been, bud? Happy May 6, 2024. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Cinco de Mayo. A lot to go over today. Guys, I'm going to start the clock here in just a few minutes to do the countdown to see if we can get 75 people to watch. If we get 75 people to watch, we'll do an epic sale. So I'm going to start talking about the five things. All right. The five things that uh, top tips to go to the next level. Okay. So going to be doing that right here, right now. So in the meantime, be sure you invite some people. Um, to join us so we can get the numbers that we need. Okay, so let's get going here. If you have any questions, please be sure to go ahead and ask those questions there in the chat. Love to hear you. And I just posted and dropped a new video. So please go and watch it, like it, subscribe, and make a comment because I'm doing some giveaways as well. So please be sure you do that. So good to see you guys, Mason, Mahadi. Good to see you, Renzo. Good to see you, and Daniel. I'm glad you're doing well. Things are going good on your end, guys. Before I talk about the 5 tips for you to go to the next level, to help you go to the next level, let me talk about this quick flash sale that started about an hour ago. So, guys, if you haven't taken advantage of it, this is the time. What's so special about this flash sale? Well, if you saw my video that I just posted a few minutes ago, you would know that we're running 50% off the 25K LL account only. But here's something different. All right, this flash sale for the 25K LL account includes or gives you the opportunity to buy a edge enhancer. And this edge enhancer is the no 30% rule edge enhancer. And so pretty much what we had to do, so since Leeloo started, since day one, we've always had a rule that you could not have, you can't do home runs, right? You can't gamble. You can't go and just see what happens. That's always been a rule we've had. And we have always said, don't just go and trade to trade. Don't, no flipping allowed. But also, oh wait, I was like, can you read my name correctly? Ma Madi? Is it Madi? So I'm sorry. I apologize. So I've been told that I've been saying this name incorrectly. I've been calling you El Mahadi, but apparently it's not correct. It's El Mahdi. Is that better? And by the way, I am so bad with names. Sorry for the. I guess that's an excuse, but yeah, I've been reading it wrong or saying it wrong. So is that better, Mahdi? Please let me know, and I apologize for that. Definitely not on purpose or anything like that. So, but thank you for letting me know. I've been saying it wrong all this time. Um, and so, okay, so if you buy this edge enhancer with this specific account only, you do not have to worry about the 30% rule. Now, since Leeloo started, since the beginning of time, um, it's important to know that the introduction of this edge enhancer does not signify the endorsement of high risk practices such as home runs or flipping days. Since its inception, Leeloo has always maintained a steadfast commitment to promoting prudent and consistent trading strategies, and the no 30% rule edge enhancer aligns seamlessly with Leeloo's core values, allowing traders like you to operate within a broader spectrum while adhering to responsible trading practices. So please be advised that this is not like an excuse for you to go ahead home runs. That's not what this is. So, but instead of like, let's say that if you're, 35% or 40%, 50%, this will give you a pass to not worry about that and still be able to request your payout. So that's the cool thing about that. All right, guys. Other thing going on here for the week, we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo. So Cinco de Mayo sale all week long ends May the 10th for the 25K LB bundle and the 250K LB bundle. That's 85% off. Use the code SINCLESALE. While this one does not have the new edge enhancer, it does have another edge enhancer that we have available. And this one gives you the opportunity to buy the $90 lifetime PA option. If you qualify, you buy for $9.99. And if you qualify, you pay $90 instead of $250 for the lifetime PA fee. So take full advantage of that if that is your thing. So, all right, guys. So only a few minutes left here. So hopefully we can get some more people coming in so we can do even a bigger crazy sale. But in the meantime, let me go over some stuff here. Let me see if I can get this going here. All right. So here's what we got going on for you. Want to go and talk about those top 5 tips for you to go to the next level, not just in trading, but in everything we do in life, from my point of view here. The number one thing that I think is really important that people don't think about is if you want to go to the next level, well, how do you start to do that? How do you go? Whether it's in trading, whether it's in your personal life or your career, you have to have a goal. And the goal has to be very clear. The more clear you can be on that goal, the better you're going to be able to be at succeeding at that goal. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say that if I tell you, hey, what is your goals or what are your goals? And you say, my goals is to make a lot of money. Okay, so that is a goal, but it's not a clear goal. So maybe a better goal would be, here's an example of maybe not a good goal, or not a clear goal, is to say, oh, I want to start a business. Okay, well, that's another goal, but it's not a clear goal. So the more specific you can be, the more broken down you can be, the better it's going to be. Now, it's nothing wrong with saying in the long term and in the big picture of things for you to say, oh, my overall goal is to make money, but here's my steps to doing that. One of my goals is to start selling shirts on eBay, for example, and more specifically, shirts related to my favorite TV show. And I'm going to do that by doing this. And that is my clear goal. So the more specific you can be on your goals, the better it's going to help you to not just like wave it off and say like what everybody else says. In setting a timeline for those goals. So whatever your goal is, so let's say that maybe your goal is to do a triathlon. Okay. If that is your goal, that's great. But just saying, oh, my goal is to run a triathlon, great. What about it? Well, my goal is to get in shape to run a triathlon on next summer, the one that is out of Italy. So now you have a very clear goal that you have a triathlon that you want to run that is next summer in Italy. So now you know that you have 12 months to get ready for this triathlon that it's in Italy. So now you know what's required of you. They require for you to sign up. They require you to pay the fees. You have to get a flight to Italy. You have to get a hotel to Italy. You have to start getting in shape and train for your swim and your cycling and for your running. And you have to adjust to the elevation of Italy. So now you have very clear goals that are going to help you do better. So, okay, Daniel 3 says, Chris and Leeloo not only trying to help us be better traders, but also be better people. Respect. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your thoughts in the comments there. So the next thing I would talk about that I think is very important is be strong when things get tough. Okay. Now listen, I hope you can listen to this very carefully. When everything's going well, there's an old saying, I've heard this somewhere and I thought it was really good. But everybody wants to be the man until it's time to be the man. And what I mean by the man, I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about, everybody wants to be the top dog until it's time to be the top dog. So when everything's going smooth and everything's just going great, everybody wants to be the top dog. But when it's time to be the top dog and when things are tough and you got to make tough decisions and sacrifices and work hard and roll up your sleeves, nobody wants to do it. So one key factor of, I believe, in long-term success is to be strong when things get tough. Whether that's in trading, you're having a down week, a down month, a down year. Stay strong. But to stay strong, it doesn't mean just like, oh, okay, I'm going to keep making the mistakes over and over again. Staying strong means don't give up when things go wrong. Learn from mistakes and keep going. Okay? So I know a lot of successful people. And the definition of successful to me means a lot of different things probably than a lot of you. I'm not talking about just money, but I'm talking about people that are top of their field in whatever they do. I'm talking about people that are executives or CEOs to people that take pride and are the best housekeepers, the people that are the best garbage collectors, people that are the best running a small business, the people that are best at running large businesses. I know a spectrum of successful people from all walks of life. One of the things that they have in common is they are strong and they stay strong when things get tough. They keep going. It doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. In fact, many of them fail. Many of them make mistakes. All of them make mistakes. Many of them fail over and over again. But they fail at different attempts because they keep going. They keep trying. If something didn't work, they keep going. So that's number 2. Number 3, keep learning. Always try to learn new things to improve yourself. Listen, there's an app. I don't know if I want to promote the app. I don't know if it'll hurt, but it's I have an app on my phone, and I paid I don't know, maybe $150 for the year, maybe less, maybe $100, something like that for the whole year. And when I get in my car, and if I'm not working, I'm not on a phone call, I listen to books, and it's a summary of books. So it's a book that it's like a book. If you were to listen to a whole book, it'll be several hours. This breaks it down into a summary of 15 minutes or less. And so I'm able to listen to books for 15 minutes and get the key points out of that. I want to keep learning. Even though I am a good trader and I know how to trade, it doesn't mean I'm in a position that I can't listen to anybody else. So I'm always listening for tips and growing and studying and understanding what's going on in the markets. Same thing as a CEO. As a CEO, I listen. I have mentors who are CEOs for big companies, and we sit down and we talk mentorship. And so that's really important. So keep learning. Number 4, manage your time well. Everyone that's alive has the same amount of time during the day. You have 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We all have the same time. But how is it that some of us can get more done than others? How is it some people always run out of time? Time management. Okay? If you're a football fan, if you like football, you are going to notice that there are some teams that know how to manage the clock better than other teams. They got the same clock with the same rules, but they tend to do better than other teams. You have some quarterbacks that are better managers of time than other quarterbacks. Same thing with you. Are you good at managing your time? It's extremely important to understand what keeps you from doing everything you're supposed to do and succeeding. So sometimes if you keep a calendar, that helps you move along. That's what I do. If it's not on my calendar, it tends to not happen. So I keep a calendar of things that I have to do that day. Now, if it's not there, if I have a gap, that's when I can catch up on other things or I can go and relax. But if it's on my calendar, I'm going to get it done. Know what your weaknesses are. Maybe your weakness, just like me, it used to be social media. So I got rid of all social media. Maybe for you, it's watching, reels on YouTube. Whatever it is, catch yourself, understand what that is so you can manage your time better. The better you manage your time and you use time wisely by planning and organizing your tasks, it's going to give you more freedom. more freedom to do more things that you enjoy. So if you enjoy time with your family and playing golf and going out, the more strict and disciplined you are with time, the more freedom you will have. And the last but not least is build good relationships. Everything I've ever done in my life, I have never done it alone. Not one thing. I am in a position where I am today, not because of what I have done, but because of I believe in my faith, and because of the relationships that I have built. Listen very carefully. No one makes it to the top alone. Everyone who has made it to the top and continues to strive to make it to the top have been there because of somebody else in a group of people. Because of my family and my faith and my friends and the connections I have made, I've been able to succeed. Build relationships, make friends, and be good to other people. Be nice to people. You never know who you're going to meet. I'm telling you right now. And I'm not saying do this just to go see who you can meet so you can benefit from, but instead, think about your best friend. If you have a best friend, I want you to think about that person. Think about how that relationship started. And imagine if you didn't make the decision or that person didn't make the decision to talk to you and all the stuff that you would have missed out by not having that conversation. Every day, everywhere I go, I'm always looking for opportunity to meet my next good friend, someone that I can share life with. And the more diverse, the better you're going to notice. It's okay to have friends with different point of views. It's good to have friends with different talents and different abilities. It's okay to have friends with different socioeconomic backgrounds. But build genuine relationships with genuine people, and I assure you that you're going to be successful and go to the next level. So, all right. Well, those were my 5 tips to help you go to the next level that I believe that I do it personally, that I believe that it can apply to anyone in any field, no matter what you do, whether you only trade or you trade and you work somewhere else, or you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, whatever it is, these 5 tips can be applied to your life to help you become better. All right, I'm going to read a couple comments here, and then we'll call it a day. If you have any questions, again, this is the great time to ask right now. So let me see here. Try this one, please. El Mari. Okay, let me know, El Mari, is that better? It's like how you were saying it at first, just without an A after the H. Okay, El Mari. Okay, let's see if that works. Amadi says, golden advice. Thank you. TX, what's going on? TX says, yep, 100% agree with the importance of relationship. And TX says, I have a good relationship with the CEO of Leeloo. Oh, TX, I am so glad. I think you're referring to, I know we talked a few times on the phone, and I think you had an issue, I'm trying to remember, last week. And, we jumped on a call, and I think we took care of it. Please remind me, I'm trying to remember. But listen, the same relationship I have with TX, and it's so great to be able to talk to TX. I've talked to Daniel before also. Daniel says, good stuff, Chris. TX is flashing. That's funny. Is, guys, one of the cool things that I love about Leeloo, I love about my job, is I get to hang out with you guys. I get to fellowship with you guys. While we have not met in person, I thrive to represent Leeloo and represent Jody, the founder of Leeloo. If it was up to Jody, we will all, be hanging out together at the range. Okay. So, that same, that same mentality, that same, format, it's what I hope to express to you guys. You're not just a customer. For example, if TX decides to not trade ever again, I hope that he feels comfortable still emailing me, and if he ever wants to talk, I'll be more than happy to spend time and talk with him. Something with Daniel. It's nothing to do just with you being one of our customers and traders, but you've entered into our community, and once you're in our community, unless you choose to leave it and not be part of it, we are glad to be able to hang out and talk to you, and we're constantly cheering for you. Okay, we're I want Daniel to be the most successful trader in the history of trading. I want Daniel to be the number one real estate agent in the world. I want TX to be the number one at whatever he does for a living. I want him to be the best dad. I want him to be the best husband. I want him to be the best person. I want, and I'm naming them because that's the people that I've talked to that I can remember. So I want you guys all to do extremely well in everything you do. So I want to be able to run into you in the streets and be like, man, you know, what's going on? We can say hi to each other, and I mean, that's the way Jody is. That's her personality. She wants everyone to do well and succeed in everything they do. She cheers for me. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders. So if you ever want to see someone that's constantly cheering for me, it's Jody. My family are one of my biggest cheerleaders. My friends are big cheerleaders of mine. And so when I have all that support, I have no option but to succeed. Uh, so it's great. And so we feel the same way about you guys. Let's see here. Um, Daniel said, oh, wait. Man. Mahadi says, I'm sorry you just made it worse. Okay. Daniel says, fellowship bringing me back to my young life days. Yeah, for sure, man. Mahadi says, try like you used to say it all along without an A after the H. Mahadi. Mahadi. How about that? Is that better? Daniel says, you just made me smile. Great, Daniel. Glad I made you smile. TX says, thank you, Chris. We wish you the best as well. Thank you, TX. And thank you for everyone who's here. Guys, if you're hanging out with us for the first time, my name is Chris. And so thankful you got to hang out. Tomorrow morning, 12 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live. So come on, hang out with us. If you have questions, this is a great time to come and ask questions. Today, I just wanted to jump in. I couldn't wait until tomorrow, so I wanted to say hi and let you know about the flash sale that's going on. So I hope you take advantage of that. And I know that there's some people still having some issues with Rice. We're working on it. We're trying to communicate with Rice on that. But let me tell you, for the rest of you, the 99% of you guys are doing phenomenal. So proud of all the people that got payouts last week. And I'm super proud of my team here at Leeloo. They did a phenomenal job working around the clock on Saturday and Sunday night to get all that going so we can get you payouts by Monday. So 100% of you that requested a payout got your payouts on Monday. So that's, and 99% of you, or about 90% of you, had no downtime. So you were able to trade about Sunday night. So glad that was able to happen. So Jay, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. And Emahadi says, love your positivity. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. We'll